so our flight was like around 8 a.m. ish. But what I know so far is that when we book a flight, we have to book it like really early because we want to get there like in time. And what I mean by that is not at nighttime, like around early morning. What I know so far is that to Panama takes 4 hours to get there, and then to Ecuador takes 2 hours. I'm tired, so this is how it looked like. But this is how it looked like when going to the airport because it was exhausting. After arriving at Ecuador, we had to take another 4-hour drive, which was the longest trip of all time. I'm all about patience, but man, that was too much for me. But anyway, there were a lot of green houses, trees, and up close mountains. We arrived at the location, and honestly, it's the same as usual, and I liked it so much. This is why I look forward to visiting Ecuador because I visited here 4 times, so pretty much like I visit every year. And honestly, it was the best experience of my life because I get to try like new food, new experiences, and I get to just relive those old memories, which I love so much. Ecuador is such a wonderful trip to go during the summer because you get this amazing atmosphere and crazy good food. I will not lie. But there's more to life than food. It's more about the nature, the animals. Even though you're not a big fan of animals, just look at them from your own perspective. That's it. Just take it all in. I've been to Ecuador multiple times, but this one was really interesting. Here's why. This is my childhood friend Galen, and she's helping out picking the best mandarinas here in the bush. Well, in other words, my aunt's garden. Mandarinas are basically oranges, in other words. And, there's my aunt right now. So it just feels good to help out and basically having a fun conversation with one another. Just, as long as we're outside and doing this as a family.
Pepino, el ají. Oh, guineo cocido. Cuando vengas probamos uno.
Oh yeah.
Porque allá sí tiene el tío cocido.
This is what a guineo looks like. So it's basically unripe bananas, and she's been telling me there is some unripe bananas up in that tree, my aunt's tree in other words, and she's been telling me how we would eat it fresh one of these days whenever we come back here. Fruit, plants, and vegetables have been grown here generations after generations.
Ya. Jimita, lleva unas 2 palomas por favor para hacernos un estofado de palomas.
Yes, the beautiful city of Cuenca in Ecuador. Lots of pigeons, lots of breeze, lots of monuments to explore. And not to mention, this is honestly one of the best times I've had, especially with my close aunt and my childhood friend at the same time. Estamos en Cuenca, aquí en la ciudad de Cuenca.
A ver, yo te grabo, ¿dónde está aquí? Y me preguntan, ¿dónde yo?
Here we went to the museum exhibit taking place at the balcony, and I must say the city is just beautiful and just one word, breathtaking. So it was like a long trip to Ecuador, so I could tell that Jocelyn did not like that at all because she would complain from start to finish. Even she would complain about waiting in the airport, even waiting for the planes, constantly just complaining. And honestly, I couldn't keep up with her because patience is not her type of value. I can tell from that. That's why she asked her mom with her. And the worst part is that when we arrived to Ecuador, she just locked herself in the room, just with the speaker on, just complaining about herself with her friends, or I don't know. I have no idea who she talking to. Either her boyfriend or her friends. I don't know. It's hard to hear, but I could hear next door because we're pretty much sleeping next to each other. Well, in our own rooms, and I could constantly hear her arguing overnight. And that for me, it's not bothering me at all. Just something that needs to adjust because I have to wake up early because in Ecuador we have to get up early so it gets dark around 8 or 7. What I look forward to is because I just trying the food and get along with the dogs, and especially all the family members because I like it so much. There's just so much to do. The environment, how do you see it? The natural environment, the sky, everything. There were also events where we went with our family, especially at night, which I enjoyed the most. So she would honestly not accompany with us because parties over there just don't convince her at all. So she's not much into that, unfortunately, because that's not her type of party. So even the fireworks scare her. So I don't blame her, but still, just once in her life, she needs to get out. But anyway, let's not focus on that. So pretty much, I went to all of these events, such as going to the zoo, the fireworks event, and pretty much my cousin's quinceañera, of course. And that we had a blast. She definitely enjoyed that. So that was the only party that she attended to. Not that I think about it. Obviously, because it was her own birthday party, so we celebrated a little early, just because that's where her family can afford all the supplies, like such as the cake, the food, the dress, the makeup sessions, and all that stuff. But anyway, we had a great time. I recorded a lot of photos and videos. There were some funny moments, so that was one of the best times I had so far.
Nos vamos a ponernos de pie para recibir. Vamos, yo no sé si tú puedes. No vas a haber hecho piñata usted. Oye, no quiero. Oiga, espérate, ven. Parece una piedra sobre ella.
Beast mode activated.
Tu peña dice, imposible romperlo. Ya mismo, eso. Ya mismo, Mira que le hace piñata a usted. Ahora sí, para todos. Venga así, más para acá. Oye, ¿verdad que estaba buena la piñata, no? Un poquito más y lo viera la mami. Eso, qué lindo. Y también acompañamos con los mamitos. No pasa nada por acá, no pasa nada. ¡Ay! Y que viva la cumpleañera, cumpleañera. A ver si nos da tiempo unas servilletas por ahí, por favor.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
There you go, you're the kid. Ahí está. One thing I need to be aware of Ecuador is because we get a little sick easily. Well, not most of us, who aren't, used to that. So I still visit every year, but somehow get a little sickness just right away. Especially runny nose, the headaches, not so much. The stomach aches, I gotta watch out for that because they sometimes don't sanitize their foods, especially street foods, like the fruit ones, like mangoes, sliced up coconuts. So that one, I gotta watch for that. And if you plan to visit Ecuador, just be cautious about that because you never know. So it's best to eat in a restaurant and just watch out what you eat because you do not want to end up sick on me. Oh my god. For me, it lasted like about a week. And afterwards, I got a little sickness in the stomach. There are like a whole varieties of food cuisine in Ecuador. And that I look forward to the most because I'm all about trying new things. Once in our lives, we just travel and just try new things, the food, new adventures, new places. But of course, we gotta be careful because we never know. But anyway, I honestly try the food again because that has been always on my mind ever since that first bite I've tried it on my first trip in Ecuador. It's incredible. I mean, I got no regrets. Yeah, I would definitely go back again. Time flies because you're doing something and the next thing you know, you just realize you have 1 week left or a few days left, and there's time with everything. So that I gotta keep track of that because otherwise the trip is over and it's not an expensive trip, but it's really pricey nowadays, especially with inflation, which I know you people hate. So I don't blame you on that, but we always have time for everything, but not always, so that we gotta use our time wisely. Otherwise, you never had this kind of opportunity ever again. Which my cousin did not enjoy at all, considering that we stayed there for a whole month. I just don't know why she's acting one of those teenagers on TV shows.
If I don't continue my Snapchat streaks, I'm no different than the girl with the striped tube socks who reads books at lunch. Do you want that for a daughter? Is she available? You're so unfair.